Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Thursday and another episode of Ken versus 10. I'm Ken, SSKPromo, Mr. Bill, suffering from delusions of grandeur. And it's another good morning here. Going to do an episode Ken versus 10, list some stuff, and I am going to be doing some selling similar items on some of my Christmas stuff that's out there that's been listed for a while. So stick around to see that a little bit later. And I also got some new items to list for today. So, as always, one of the things I like to do when I first start out the day in the morning is list some, or not list. Well, yeah, I do list, but do some send out offers, things that may have came up overnight that buyers are watching, and I can send out some offers on those. And first in the chat is Meg. Yay, managing to catch a live. Well, good to see you here, Meg. I appreciate it. Got to meet Meg at the reseller rally in Cincinnati here a few weeks ago. And man, super nice lady. Super nice lady. Really enjoyed visiting with her some and getting to hang out. So thanks for coming to the show and being able to catch one live. And let me know too if you can hear me okay. I'm doing some goofing with my mic settings and not sure how that's working out. But I am going to send out some offers. I have 11 items that had popped up overnight, and I'm going to take a peek through here and see. I am going to just send out a blanket 20% off on these offers. Looks to be good on the particular items. And I'm also going to allow some counter offers on these. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I do not. It just depends on what items are there, but I'm trying to move some stuff along out of my store, and, so I'm going to do that, and there is Jill. Hi, Meg and Ken. You sound great. Sound good. Oh, just good. I only sound good, so I appreciate that, and a hello to Jill as well. So if you're watching there in the background, maybe just lurking, doing some working, lurking and working, just pop in real quick, say hi, get a drink there. I get them. I do that a lot. I noticed recording some stuff. One of the newest episode of the Reseller Clickbait podcast. I was doing that a lot. My mouth was really dry here recently. And there is Corey Grams and Pops out at thrifts, but had to pop in. Well, good luck out there at the thrifts. Hopefully, you get a big haul to build on that death pile. You can also catch Corey with me on the Reseller Clickbait podcast. And there is Joe. I'd flip that. Hi, Ken, checking in from Vegas. Oh, here's my sign. Here's my FOMO sign I have right there, because everybody that I know, it seems like, is, well, not everybody, because Jill's here and Meg's here and Corey's here, but everybody's out at the Boss Reseller Remix in Las Vegas, just having a great time, learning a lot of stuff, meeting and greeting and having a lot of fun. And Joe, hopefully the game show is going well. I've been thinking about that all week. So I would imagine today's the last day. I don't know. Were you doing the game show again today or not? But hopefully that's been going well and everybody's been enjoying that. And Ping G is here. Good morning, Ping. Good to have you here in from California. You are up early. I believe you're from California, if I am correct on that. And Roman, and I'm here. Hello, everyone. Roman is also not in Vegas. He's probably hanging out up there in Cleveland. So see, wait, look, all of my friends are right here hanging out with me, and I appreciate that. As is Janelle. How you can. Home listing today since garage sales are pretty much done. Yes. Got a rummage sale tomorrow. I'm excited for. That's cool. I've got a couple of kind of like private picks tomorrow. Well, one is a private pick, and the other is I am going to help somebody move along some of their um, stuff they're cleaning out their mother's house, and they wanted some advice on if they could sell it on eBay or if they could do Facebook Marketplace or something like that. And so I'm going to help the person out, but also maybe there's an opportunity to pick up a few things. Um, Let me grab these comments up over here where I can see them. And let me move this over here, get my eyeballs in here. Yes, from Anaheim. Yes, I thought I was correct on that. And Roman says, I went to airplane to fly to Las Vegas, but they took me to Alaska instead. Oh, man, it's almost like Alaska here in Ohio, Roman. It's been pretty chilly here recently. And Jill was saying hello to everyone. Did it every day. The reseller game show showdown live from the Boss Reseller Mix. I bet that was just a blast. I'm super excited about that. And everybody's saying hi to everybody else. Roman and Janelle. Hey, Jill. Hey, Joe and Nicole. Hashtag blow molds. Hashtag blow mold mafia. Yes, hopefully going to pick up some blow molds at one of these private picks tomorrow. Uh, yeah, Vegas, those trips do get expensive. The reseller meetups do get very expensive, especially if you have to fly someplace and you got hotel rooms and then food and the whole weekend. But I still do recommend them to anyone going out. Um, I mean, you'll be paid in blow molds. Ooh, that's even better. I'll trade my knowledge and my services of teaching somebody some eBay or Facebook Marketplace in exchange for some blow molds. And Roman is saying it's so cold in Cleveland that polar bears from Cleveland moved to Florida. Yes. Yeah. It's winter is upon us. So I'm going to do some listing today. Somebody's messaging me here already. And some other notifications there. So I'm going to list some things that the items that I had today were, I guess, a little bit boring, and they're all on. Well, they're not boring; they're okay, but they are all real similar. And I didn't think they were exciting. I'm still listing Christmas stuff feverishly. Feverishly? I am listing items, and all of these were from kind of a little bit of a private pick. It wasn't a estate sale, but Jill and I got first peek at an estate sale, and they had a bunch of Department 56, or not a bunch, I think there's 9 of them here. Department 56 items, um, is and I was able to pick up all of the items that they had that the family had taken a bunch of them that were in the original pictures, but got first peek, got first look. I am wearing today. I just want to show this Halloween shirt. It's the Halloween season, and although I'm a festive Santa guy, my beard's looking scraggly. I'm in my surly phase. If you were listening to the podcast earlier this week, look at that. I'm like a scraggly mess, but it's coming along nicely. Department 56. These little porcelain figurines, these were the holiday silhouettes. This one is called Waiting for Santa. He has a little boy with a plate of milk and cookies and a dog beside him with the little silver bell. Oh, I got to talk last week. Man, I just got beat up last week the um on the show. I listed some Christmas items, and right now I've been selling Christmas. Christmas sells all year, but right now, sometimes before Halloween, people aren't always real actively picking up Christmas. But I did sell a couple. I only sold two. I got beat down. The death pile beat me down last week on my 10 listings, but I did sell this right here. I sold this Snoopy and Woodstock plushie was like an animated piece that, he played the piano, and that sold for 15 bucks, and so I was not a good profit. I paid $3 for that at a yard sale, but it worked, and it was in nice, good, clean condition, and so I was happy to move that along quickly. And I also sold one of the inflatables, a Jemmy Boston Terrier Santa dog Christmas air balloon, and that sold for 30 bucks. I bought that in a lot of about 5 different, 4 different inflatables, and I paid $15 for the whole bag. And there was some other stuff, so I estimated I had about $4 a piece in those, and that one sold for 30 bucks, so I'll do 4 into 30 every day, all day long, for sure. So only 2 items last week. Death Pile definitely beat me, but we're gonna give it a try again this week because this week, every day, just trying to get stuff listed, get things out there, try to come up with something interesting for the show, but this was next up in the pile, these figurines. This one right here, Waiting for Santa, is now I bought all of these. I think I paid $60 for the 9 of them. So I have, what is that, about $7 or something, just a little less than $7 a piece that I have in these. And none of them are really super high dollar, but, hopefully they'll move around there and that move along. And the sales on them, right now are not great. Again, we're kinda just getting right into that Christmas season, where, some of the buying will pick up. But, and Shanna is here. Hey, Ken and Chad. Good to see you. Simply Shenanigans. Shanna joining the show. I appreciate you for sure. But this dude right here, this little Waiting for Santa, uh, all of these had the original boxes. 30 bucks, 29.99. Going to take offers on that. That's a little bit high in the price right now, but I plan on running some deeper sales later on. So we'll see what hits taking offers on this right now. Of course, pretty much everything I do is buyer pays shipping. And so we're going to get that one listed, and we are off and running on Ken versus 10, which is kind of actually 10 versus 9 today because I have 9 of these, but I'm also going to do some sell similar, some listings, sell some similar. And so I guess whatever you look at, uh, whether I only listed 9 new ones, but doing that ending and selling similar, we'll talk about that in a little bit. A hug for Santa. Look at this one, little girl standing on a chair. Her brother, I assume that's her brother right there, is holding the chair for her so she can give Santa Claus a great big hug. I being, doing being a seasonal Santa as well, it that's always cool when the kids come up and they want to give you a hug, they want to, tell you what they want for Christmas, and just the joy on their faces is really fun. Um yes. It will be interesting to see if the ones you sell similar sell by next week. This is true, and that's part of my experiment with this, or just we'll see what happens. Um, Corey says, "Well, you have 9 from last week that didn't sell, so you're good." Hey, give me some credit. It was actually 8 from last week that didn't sell. I did sell 2, so along with other items, but just those isolated 10 items on the show. So a Hug for Santa, Department 56 Holiday Silhouettes collection. These are all white porcelain, very clean. They all were. They all have their original boxes, and I'm dropping stuff all over. I was cleaning some of these up. Some of them did need a little bit of cleaning, just have shelf dust and stuff from being set out. Um, But this guy right here, 34.99, 35 bucks. Again, I have about $7 in it. Buyer's gonna pay the shipping on that. So we'll do two right there. And so yeah, some of these, like I say, it's gonna be repetitive in what I'm listing. Um, and Meg is saying, got home from the rally and realized I didn't get any pics with you and Ken and Grams and Pops. The only photos I have is a blurry one from when Teresa was proving she could hack into my phone. That Teresa, she's a sneaky one. She's a sneaky one. That was fun though at the rally. Mike Deathpile Picker had left his phone unattended on a table, and Teresa from Grams of Pops and Alicia from the Ink Picker, uh, Amy from Beach by Repeat, they all took his phone and they went around and they took pictures of all kinds of interesting stuff so that when Mike got his phone, um, I sold 8, but Corey's returning his, so 9. And Coco and Chewy are here. Good morning, Coco and Chewy. Hello, friends, they say. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Um, yeah, Meg, Grams and Pops might have a few. Um, Yeah, I can Photoshop. I'll just Photoshop us in to whatever photo you want. We'll have some interesting scenarios and scenes. And as always in the chat, my good friend Lisette. Good morning, my friend. New England Betty Boop. Posture's my purpose. Lisette usually does a show, an Instagram show, or I think she was doing some YouTube lives now on Thursday nights. So go follow Lisette, if you want to throw a link into that, into the chat, um, do that, please. Uh, I would love to have any pics you have. I want to make a little motivational montage for the workspace. Well, Meg, this is really the only thing that you need to get you motivated from the rally weekend. Right here, the headshot of SSK promo, the DOG, Delusions of Grandeur. Just popping in to say hello. I'm on the go. Well, be safe out there. Be safe out there. I appreciate you stopping by for sure, Lisette, and have a good show tonight. Item number 3 is this really cool. It's called Ring Around the Christmas Tree, and it has like 3 kids that are going around. This is a lighted item. The only thing is it didn't have the light fixture with it. I might get one and put it in and redo the listing, but for right now, I've got it listed, and I explained that in the description that it did not have the lighting fixture, but I might be able to put one in because I save those and I just have them around, or they're cheap to buy. But that item right there, Ring Around the Christmas Tree, is going to list for 29.99. I think it's probably closer to a $40 item if one had the light in it. But again, I'm trying to move these things along as quickly as I can. I will list that, and that is 3 on the show so far today. And I saw a name pop into the chat. Where's it at? Where's it at? Right down here. My good friend Aaron. Hello, all. I'm here, mostly listening. There's a lot going on here. Yes. Yes, there is. Always on a Ken versus 10. I talk, 1,000 miles an hour, jump around to the chat. No YouTube lives yet for Lisette. But thank you for coming, Aaron. Appreciate it. Been following some of your stuff. Oh, I was going to send Jill, follow Rebel Junk. She had a story today. She had a thing about some old nail stuff. I don't know if you're selling those, Aaron, or like I know Jill puts on all those, oh, whatever they're called to decorate your nails, like the little decal things. I don't know. I don't usually paint my nails. And so I don't know, but Jill, hit up Erin. See if that was something she has some cool stuff that you could do. Uh, Meg does have the headshot. That's all you need. We don't need to send you other pictures. And a hello to Erin and Amy. Beach by Repeat is here. Okay, bye. I love following Amy on Instagram, how she tries to beat that counter, the timer. What do you have, like 30 seconds to do a video? Most all of her videos end up with, okay, bye, which is fun. Or sometimes it's just, okay. And then she doesn't beat the timer. But I chuckle. It gets me every single time. Actually, I watch the video. I don't care the rest of the video. I just want to see, okay, bye. Um, please continue to show us what you're trying to say. What part that I not continue on? Oh, okay, not a lot going on there, a lot going on here. Oh, you got a lot going on. You always have a lot going on. You're a busy person with all the Girl Scout activities and all of the stuff that you do. Uh, there's a lot going on everywhere. How about that? How about we agree to agree? Agree to agree that there's a lot going on everywhere, everywhere. No IG live tonight. I have a drug test scheduled for my new Amazon gig, but I will be live next Thursday with Carrie American Arbitrage. That ought to be a fun. You talk about a lot going on. Carrie American Arbitrage is just everywhere. He's out. He's at the Boss right now. The Boss Reseller Remix. Um, that's my kiddo that does the nail art, and it's just fun to see her stuff. She isn't taking any new clients. Okay, gotcha. So, Jill, you can still contact Erin because she's always fun to talk to, but no new nail tech stuff there. And okay, let's list something else real quick so I can get the selling and similar in. And apartment 56 Village Pole Pine Tree. Here, I can, this one is easy to open up. Look at this color's not right. Look at that beautiful tree. Apartment 56 still in the box. And that one is, oh, these individual trees, at least this one, doesn't go for a whole lot. I'm listing this one at 1249. Uh again, not a big seller when you average out that price and you have about $7 in it. I actually probably won't really make anything on that one, but hopefully maybe somebody will see those other Department 56 items I have and group some stuff up, maybe buy some stuff together. And there is, well, yes, hello, panel and chat, sneaking in to say hi and light up that thumbs up. Yes, Patrick Murphy. Good to see you, my friend. And I would appreciate a thumbs up on the video. It is much appreciated. And good to see you, Patrick. It's good to see you at the rally, too, my friend. You guys, I got a new stand up desk, and I feel like I'm so much more productive standing versus sitting. Yes, Shanna, I keep hearing good things about those, says Aaron says about that, and I love it. Got mine off Amazon, and so far so good. Yes. One thing I have noticed, I have been talking forever about how I'm converting my workshop and my garage over into a dedicated eBay or a dedicated office space, where I can have all of my inventory, my listed, my new incoming stuff, have stations for uh, testing and cleaning, for listing, for photographing, organization of everything. But I also have a dedicated shipping area now, and I stand up at it. It's what used to be my old workbench, and I've noticed that the shipping time that it takes me to package and get stuff out is much quicker. It doesn't seem like such a task because I used to ship everything from like right here in this tiny little area, and it was always hard to manipulate some of the boxes. And I'd have to keep getting up to get paper and bubble wrap and tape, and now all of that stuff is centralized in one location, and I'm standing up, and my shipping is just really picked up. It's so I can see where if you were standing up at that desk, it might be a good make you a little bit more productive. Hey, and here's a fellow right here. I assume that it's Johnny right here. Hi, Ken Frizzy finds. I just kind of now I've crossed paths with Johnny in Instagram and stuff because I watch all of his Instagram posts where he and his wife go out and thrift and find stuff and source, and those are always fun to see. But I did a podcast last night. It is called Finders Flippers, and it's like FYNDERZFLYPPERZ or something like Finding Flippers. It's with Wes, the Slim Flippers, Johnny from Frizzy Finds, and um da, 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 and it's Stewart. And I'm looking up here real quick because I forget Stewart's channel. Stewart from Franklin Hill Ventures. And now those three do a podcast together called Finders Flippers. And they asked me to be a guest on the show. It was really fun. We had a really great conversation. And so I think that episode is coming out soon. Maybe today, maybe by the weekend for sure. Wes kind of runs the show, and he's putting that out. I know he's a busy guy with a full-time job and such, but I got to meet Johnny and Stuart last night, and so check out that podcast. I will try to put a link once the show. I can put a link to the page. Um, Down there, but check them out. It's a good show. They're just kinda getting started with stuff, and here, let me do this. If you're not oh, come on, Ken. Learn how to use the buttons. Uh, Come here, bug change. Okay, let's see. Johnny, I made you a mod, or at least you should be a mod in there, and if you wanna drop a link to the Finders Flippers channel so people can hit that link and check out that content, that would be great. Yeah, and it was a good conversation. I really enjoyed hanging out with you guys and getting to meet you and Stuart. And I had done a show with Wes on Slim Flipper's channel like the week before, and I'll try to link those in my description once I get this video up. Let's list something else here real quick because man, the time just goes quickly. Department 56. Winter silhouette is what they are. Shiny skates and a brand new sled is what this is. Two pieces. Now, unfortunately, on this one, it didn't have the sled. That's the sled, and those are the skates with it. Um, but I see people that just are selling just the figurine itself. Like they might just have the boy or they might just have the girl. And I've also seen people that are selling the just like the sled and the skates from the pieces. Um, so, mine has the box with it, and so that's an advantage. And I explained that in the description that it did not contain the skates of their sled. So about 20 bucks, 19.99 is what I am going to list that one at, and it is listed. And so we're halfway done. We're halfway done with listing right there. And so you'll see down there in the chat, if you are watching, a link to that show. And you'll just subscribe to Fuzzy. Who's Fuzzy? To Fuzzy Finds. Hey, maybe there's an offshoot channel for you, Johnny. Frizzy. She says, subscribe, Grams of Pops. Yeah, everybody hit out there and look for Frizzy Finds on Instagram as well. Um, go follow them there because their content is fun and of the items that they find. And we had a good conversation about that as far as why we're making content. And content, being a content creator can um, keep you motivated to be able to have that content to keep busy, whether you're doing sourcing videos or what sold videos. Um, go check out Grams and Pops too. Their channel is um, they put out a couple videos a week at least, and they do a lot of what sold and just the interaction between Corey and Teresa. And they were actually the special guests last night on a special Vlogtober episode, Nashville Flippers. This week in reselling, they were the guests last night on that show, and it was a really fun show. I didn't get to catch all of it because I was hanging out with Wes and Johnny and Stuart, but I caught a little bit towards the end. I can't wait to check out the replay on that. Let's get another guy. Look at this cool Santa right here. This is Jolly St. Nicholas. It almost looks that's probably what I'll look like in about a month right there. Big old sack of toys on the back. Just a really, really nice figure right there. And Jolly St. Nicholas is going to go about 25 bucks, 24.99 is what I am listing that at. Might be a little it's about the kind of the going rate, might be a little high, might be a little low at this time of year. So I kind of put it right in the middle, and that one's pretty heavy. That one weighs, like 3, almost 4 pounds maybe, and so the shipping is gonna be a little bit high, so I kinda cut my price down with the intent of moving it along, uh, quickly. Hopefully, this season it will be. Um, yes, Teresa does carry the show, to be honest, on both their channel and on that podcast with Ray last night. Yes, and it was a very fun show. Roman was in the chat. He was always active. Roman's active everywhere. I got to go check out Roman's new video where he had an issue with a FedEx package from eBay shipping being delivered and his phone call and stuff. Just go check out Roman Anytime Picker if you are not following him already. Do so. Um, and a hello to Jill there. And Coco and Chewy are packing up orders. Sorry if I missed anyone. Yep, it is hard when you're working, and that's kind of what this show is about. Hopefully, you can, listen along with me and not have to pay attention. I do show items, but I'm gonna bang through the rest of these. Wait, look at this cool 3-piece set. Boom, snowman, little girl making a snowball, and this kid right here getting ready to complete the snowman with the arms. Now these arms on these pieces they're actually like silver in color. And this one's called appropriately in the meadow. We can build a snowman. I've never built a snowman in a meadow. I've built tons of snowmen in my lifetime, usually at least one a year when there's a good snow, but I've never been in a meadow and built one. I okay, bucket list item. Find me a meadow, build a snowman this year. I was thinking about that the other day when people talk about, oh, an old fashioned Christmas. And, it's always talking like sleigh rides and, grandma's house out in the country and like old world time stuff. And I wondered, like today, what is an old fashioned Christmas now to some of these younger generations? What do they see? I might bring that up as a topic at some point. Um, yes, eBay or Roman is still on the phone with eBay already for 3 days now. He's been on hold and trying to get his point across about why he didn't get his package. In the meadow, we can build a snowman Winter Silhouette, Department 56. That one is listing for 29.99. Buyer paying shipping. Boom, listed, done. Uh, Wait, is there a meadow at the cabin? I don't know. It might be considered a meadow. I don't know. What is a meadow? Does anybody know what the definition? Somebody look up the definition of a meadow. Uh, Jill says she's nervous about today's video that's coming out at noon. Hopefully, uh, did a good job editing. Never had a confrontation that bad recorded. If you need background noise, go ahead and watch, but no kiddos. Uh-oh. Okay, I am going right here, right now. Add as a moderator. Boom, right there. Coco and Chewy, link that bad boy. I want to see it. I love to see some good content, some good controversial content. Um, and put the kids to bed, maybe watch it late night or something like that when no one's around. But that's very interesting. Good to see it. So hit that give us a link so we can watch that when it comes out. I assume you're gonna do that as a premiere again. I remember last week you did that premiere, the first one, and man, it went great. The chat was super lively, tons of support there for you guys in that video, and it was fun to watch. You walk around that estate sale and see the stuff that you pick up. Whenever I watch those too, it's I'm constantly like, "Wait, no, go back," or it doesn't help me to go like this to see something that's on the table, like over to the left or right. I'm always trying to see if there's something going on, that I missed, or it's like you wanna just yell, "Back up," but it's always too late at that part. Okay, so Shanna is always helping out here, and she says it's basically an opening in a forest is how she would describe it's as a meadow. So, yeah, Jill, we could probably find a meadow out at the cabin, someplace out there. Maybe Roman, you come down from Cleveland. We'll have a good snowman. We'll have a snowman. Well, oh, there we go. A reseller. We'll have a reseller meetup, an Ohio reseller meetup out at the cabin, and we'll have a snowman building contest. We can get the ATVs out and drag people around on the tubes in the snow, and that'll be fun. A rated 9. Wait, correction. A piece of grassland, especially one used for hay. Okay. Well, they do plant winter wheat and grass for hay and stuff out there. So man, Jill, I think we do have a meadow. I think we do have a meadow. The gas line hill. Yeah. We could roll just get a ball rolling of snow. Build our own snowman when it gets to the bottom. Yes, let's do it, Shanna says. We'll get that. We'll find a snow. We'll get everybody out there. Oh, and the cabin. I'm gonna have to do some videos from out at the cabin. Get the fireplace burning. It's a huge fireplace. Oh, and Nancy is probably watching. So, Nancy, I hope it's okay. I'm inviting a whole bunch of people out to your cabin to have a snowman, a reseller snowman building contest, maybe a snowball fight, maybe some ATVs. Um, Yes, reseller rally again in Ohio. This is why people don't trust skinny Santas, Ken. These crazy ideas. Well, hey, my head is full. The last thing anybody really wants to do is get to know me or get into here. The whole DOG delusions of grandeur is there's some truth to that. But there's also some truth to I got to get listing. Look at this cool set right here. Can you see that right there? This one is called Decorating the Mantle. And it's these are all white porcelain, set of 3. It's got the little kid standing up on his tippy toes in his slippers. He's hanging up a stocking, and this little girl has a stocking or something she's putting on the mantle right there. And so that one, decorating a mantle. This one's pretty good size. That box is good size. I don't think it's a let me see, what do I have this one listed? 30 bucks, 29.99 is what I am listing this one at. And again, a heavy one. This one is like 4 pounds. So shipping is going to be, I do calculated shipping on some of those ones that are over that weight. Sometimes I do it as a flat rate shipping, which flat rate, you win some, you lose some if it's going way out west. Or if it's going right close around, you might make a little bit on the shipping. And um, hashtag true story, hashtag John Brennan, the real world, true story podcast with Beth. Go check that out. And the last one that I have here is these guys. Look at these dancing in the winter time. She's got a flowy dress right there. Man, I should start Whatnot. I should sell this stuff on Whatnot. Would you guys buy this from me if I was selling this on Whatnot? I'd be like, oh man, you got to see this right here. Winter silhouette, Department 56, folks. Department 56 right here. Two-piece. Look at that flowing dress, white porcelain. These things are beautiful. Skaters waltz right there. White porcelain, Department 56. Now I probably wouldn't get anything out of it if I was on selling it on Whatnot. Probably wouldn't get the 29.99 that I'm listing that for, but that one is listed. So there's my Ken versus 9. All of those things are listed right now. Shanna is saying that her dad has an Airbnb in Kansas, and we have meadow on the land with trails all through the woods. That sounds cool. That sounds fun. That sounds similar to out at the cabin. There's a woods. I don't know how many acres of woods there are, but there are trails through that people ride ATVs, they ride snowmobiles in the wintertime, which it's always kooky when, it's our property and or Nancy and Jill's property to see people out there, riding through on snowmobiles and stuff in the wintertime. But it's cool, and, lots of other open land, that they do some farming on. I'd be hilarious on Whatnot. Well, you gotta have that a presence and sell that stuff, and you gotta have somewhat of a following. I mean, that's not a must-have thing. You gotta build your show, but, just haven't went down the Whatnot avenue yet. I know Ray was telling me the other day I need to get into that racket, if you will. So anyway, those are my 9 items that I'm listing. But what I'm also going to do today is I decided to I had seen some videos that were coming out talking about listing and selling similar, and honestly, I didn't watch them. I didn't watch them all because immediately I think the folks were talking about how sell some ending listings and selling similar really isn't a good idea, and it was kind of a waste of time. Now, they that could have been the opening kinda teaser, but kinda as soon as I saw that, and I was like, "Eh, I'm not interested in that." So I moved along, and but the folks I don't even remember who the video was. I've seen some other people talk about it, but I have always been successful. Some of the items that I sold this week, I've been going back and finding old inventory that's been listed for a good while, and, um oh, wait a minute, right here. I'm going to be trying my first Whatnot auction on Sunday. Wish me luck. Meg, that is super exciting. Um, if there is, let's do this right here because I like to give everybody a chance. Meg, you are a moderator. If you have a link to your Whatnot show that you can put in there, that would be cool, and then people can go that are on Whatnot, and they can watch your show on Sunday. What time is the show? And there's the link for Coco and Chewy's video that will come out today around noon. So go yes, what time, Meg? So go check that out this afternoon. Maybe you can get your lunch all prepared, get you, big bologna a bologna sandwich and some chips and just kick back and watch some Coco and Chewy. Ah, yeah, I gotta do that about 600 more times. So anyway, I am going to look at maybe I wonder if this will work out sharing the screen because sometimes it doesn't really. Um, she made her show for a weird time at 6:42 Central Time. That is weird. That is an odd time to start. Oh, and Central Time, being the Eastern time zone is really the only true time zone in the United States. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Fried bologna, egg, and cheese with mayo. Now, I like all of those and it's separate. Now, I'm looking right in the camera. I love fried bologna sandwiches. Fried bologna sandwiches, but I usually like mine with some, grilled onions and maybe some Swiss cheese on it. Big old thick slab of fried bologna, but also some eggs, maybe some scrambled eggs, mix up some cheese. Now, I'm not sure if I'd put mayo on any of that. I love mayo, um, but, oh, fried bologna is great. We have right up the road from us, we have a little town called Waldo. Where's Waldo? And they have a place called the GNR. GNR, like, bar and grill, and they are famous for their fried bologna sandwiches. They were actually on one of those, like, diners, drives, and dive-ins or whatever. Dive, duck, dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge, or whatever that show was about. They were one of the featured things as a place that they went because of this bologna sandwich. The West Coast is the best coast, says Andy Someta. Now, weather-wise, I'm definitely going to agree with you there. I would love to be having your weather right now and not mine, but, and I would say it's never a pleasure to see you, Andy. Um, I love Andy. His comments are always like, "Boo." He's always giving me the thumbs down, giving me grief about everything, but out there on the West Coast. And Ken, yes, doing next week, we are doing this next time we get together. Yes. Patrick, you'll have to come to the big snowman building contest too that we're gonna have. Oh, time zone rumble. Time zone rumble. I'll put the East Coast up. Well, okay, East Coast, West Coast, Pacific time, I can see that, but Central and Mountain time, you folks, I think you're kinda on the back end, on the back end. Yes. This episode of Ken versus 10 is sponsored by the Oscar Mayer fried bologna sandwiches. My bologna has a first name. It's OSCAR. My bologna. Oh, Patrick, and Ohio State Buckeyes football team. Oh, that would be cool to have some fried bologna sandwiches. Tailgate. I always thought about making like a food truck, like that they take around to the fairs and festivals and do fried bologna. I think that would sell real well. Grill those buns up, have a big pile of grilled onions in the corner, slap that cheese on there, grill up. Ooh, I love it. As a Central Time representative, Corey likes his odds in there. And there's Amanda checking in. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you, Amanda, for sure. We're just talking bologna, fried bologna sandwiches if you're just getting here. We're talking about having an Ohio meetup, reseller snowman building contest, maybe a big snowball fight. We'll build forts, choose teams. We'll do like schoolyard pick, choose teams. This is going to be great. Wait, winter is looking better already. Maybe I'll rethink my position until I walk outside and it's cold. Um, and a fried bologna bar with toppings of your choice. We could grill them um, over the fire pit outside, because 'cause we're gonna have that. We're gonna have, hot chocolate bar, of course, hot chocolate bar. This is gonna be great. I love this. What was I doing? Oh, I was gonna sell here's what I was gonna do. Let me see. I don't know, a lot of you do stuff on your phones, and this might not translate well, but I am going to pop into my listings here. What I'm going to do, let me see if I share the screen. Somebody tell me if this is effective at all with what I'm doing. Um, let's share that. I just kind of show what I was going to do. So I'm in some of my listings here, and I'm going to go with. I'm going to choose my categories here as my. I use in my store. I do set up store categories, and so I am going to choose all of my Christmas items that are here. Um, Amanda, how you feeling? And Amanda is slowly getting better. Thanks for asking. I don't know that I was privy to that, and I won't pry, but yes, I hope whatever is going on that you are feeling well. Just like this inclusiveness. Okay, so I'm going to go through here and I'm going to look at. I'm just going to do a quick end in cell similar. Um, I'm gonna grab all of these items that are in my Christmassy items, which right now in my store I have 74, but I am going to go down through here and I'm going to take out the items that I listed last week and the items that I listed today because I don't want to end the ones that I just listed. And again, you probably can't really see this on a little small device, but we are I'm gonna do it anyway. How about that? So I have oh, come on, 56 of my items selected right there. I'm gonna go up to actions, and I'm gonna end those listings, and I'm gonna end them all. Now, normally, when I do an end listing and stuff, I like to go in and really take a look, and it's a good idea to take a look at the uh, make some changes, make a price change, check your photographs, look at your descriptions, all of that. And I had done that kind of this morning to just kind of look through a little bit and see if I seen anything that jumped out at me. But so I've got, wait, why do I have 89 in my ended list? Oh, that's right, because I ended a bunch of junk yesterday. Boo for me. Um, so that's really holding up the show. 'Cause I didn't pay attention. Because I don't wanna just end-to-end relist or end and sell similar is what I'm going to do on these items so that they kinda get a new item number, they get relisted as something new, it does punk out those watchers and stuff that you might have had, but I'm gonna do this on all of my Christmassy sorta items just to kinda give them a fresh peek, to people as if they were just listed. Tell me in the chat there, does anybody else do this either on a regular basis? Do you do a sell similar? Do you do a relist? Um, and so I'm going to get 56, uh, 56 item. Ken versus 56 plus 9. So what, 60, 65? Ken versus 65 today. Because I'm going to count these because, I cheat a lot. I cheat on No, I don't cheat at all. What am I talking about? I don't know why that one was in Christmassy items, but it was. So, oh, when did that one? Oh, that one was already okay. I was done. No, no, no. Come on, Ken, you're goofy over there. And Roman says he does it sometimes. And Johnny is saying anything over 9 months, they do sell similar on. So let's see. Do I have that many selected right there? I have 57 selected. So there must be something down here at the bottom that oh, yeah, I did this Halloween one yesterday. So those 56 that I have selected there, I am going to click right here on sell similar. And then it's going to bring up a list where I could bulk edit these. I could go in, I could change some pricing. I could do stuff, in some of the different categories. I can come over here, select them all. I can do a bulk edit in different categories that I want to, or different, if I wanted to do the format or if I'm taking offers or not offers. But again, since I'm just kind of doing this quick today on the show, and Patrick is saying that he does it daily. I go ending today and end them manually and go through and do sell similar, change something in each listing. Yeah, so each day if you have items that are ending, that's also a really good plan and I do that as well, kind of on a regular basis. I'm not always consistent at it, but and it is good if you're just ending and selling similar, it's not it is beneficial, but there's more that you can do to that with changing a price up and down, checking your listings, making sure going and doing new sold comps. Because if you have something that's been listed for quite a while, it your pricing might not be correct. Maybe you looked something up that was a seasonal item that was off season, especially with some of the Christmas stuff, and it sells for more at Christmas time than it did in the middle of summer, although it may sell. And some of those pricing is a little bit different. So this is kind of a do as I say, not as I do, sort of a it's not really a tor tutorial. That's the word I want. And Amanda says, "I do anything that's over 6 months." So she's going through checking her listings and finding stuff, that's over 6 months old, doing it end and sell similar. Um, and Amy is I try to, and then sell similar to about 5 items every morning. That gets That's a good plan too. That gets activity in your store. eBay loves activity, that algorithm that they have. If you don't have time that day to fully list something, taking photographs, doing to actually list and comp stuff and get things up, just going in and ending some items and selling civil similar or relisting gives you some activity in that store and again, this is the way that I do stuff. I am in no means an eBay expert, but it's just things that I have found. I sold an item yesterday that I had just ended and relisted or ended and sold similar like 2 days before. So that item had sat in the store. Actually, it was listed. It was about 6 months. It had been listed in March, uh, 6, 7 months or something like that. And it was and it sold, one of the items, I had done a bunch of them, um, and Amanda is saying, "Patrick, do you end all items that are ending that day or just the ones over a certain age? I have heard it takes time for items to be, um, cataloged in Google." Okay, that's an interesting point about if you're showing up in a Google search. Amanda, something I had not thought of. Good point. I don't really think about that outside of eBay. Man, hell, I should have had Amanda on the phone or on the show. I'd invite her in, but I'm almost done. So I'm not really gonna bulk edit these, but I have all of those. And again, I would normally go through and list some stuff, but I wanted to get this Christmas stuff taken down and redone. So I am going to click on submit there, and I am going to submit all of those listings, and that is good. And I'm going to stop that share. So Ken versus 65 today is what we're doing. Um, Not sure on the Google thing. Um, yeah, do you end but whatever is on the red on the right hand side for things that are the dates or whatever. Um, let me see. What do I want to do here? So I've already done that. So anyway, that's I'm gonna see how that works out for me. I do have some other older items, and I do try to go in on a regular basis and do that sell similar. It has worked for me. As I'm watching the chat here, if somebody's watching this on the replay and didn't see the chat, you know, it seems like a good majority of people are following along with that practice, um, and doing what's best for their business. Um, some are doing stuff by dates, anything that's 9 months old. Johnny's doing that over 9 months. Um, Amy is doing she tries to do 5 every morning of her old stuff. Um, Amanda was doing what, over 6 months, I think it was. I can't find it in the chat there, but it's a good idea. Roman does it, every now and then. So it's a practice that I would say is good if I were teaching somebody eBay, which by I am no means a master at all, but I do what works best for my business, and ending and selling similar on older items does produce sales that I believe wouldn't have been there if the item's been there for 6 months already and it's not really getting any peaks at this point. That listing is getting stale, and eBay is not showing it unless somebody is specifically searching for that type of item. You're not going to be, up in those search engines. I do promotions as well. I don't know, that's a whole different topic. And I do some promotions as well, in my store, not only promoting with sales, but also promoted listings. I do kind of a combination of those things to keep stuff moving along. Of course, there is no substitute in in your eBay store anyway for list. You got to get the stuff listed. It's not going to sell if it's not listed. And also, eBay loves activity in your store. That's what they want to see. They want to see sellers that are going to make them money because it is a business for eBay. And they provide us this platform to get millions of eyes to see, all of our Department 56, decorating the mantle. This isn't ever going to sell if it's sitting in my garage. And so I listed that, and eBay is going to give me the opportunity anyway to have millions of eyes see that. And what I'm doing that listing right now so that in November, when it comes up to about that 30 days when it's going to renew, which is kind of part of Patrick's strategy there, when that comes up in the end or in the middle of November, I can do a end and relist sell similar, freshen that listing up right before the Christmas season, still before Thanksgiving. And I think that works out. So I appreciate everybody that has come and watched the show today and hung out and participated in the chat. Go check out Finders Flippers. Go check out Frizzy Finds, New England Betty Boop, Coco and Chewy at noon. You got Meg is doing a whatnot this Sunday. Just support everybody. Support everybody in the community. Try to help out. Pop in. Give a thumbs up. Give a like to these folks, and everyone have a great day. I appreciate you all. And oh, and there we go. There's the link again. Yeah, boom, hit that right there from Coco and Chewy. And yeah, Fuzzy Finds. Go watch Fuzzy Finds as Jill. Jill, you're never gonna find them. Frizzy, Fri. And have a good day, everyone. I appreciate you. Goodbye.